Okay, all right, on to our second presenters. So we are gonna go from a 2,600% returns to, hold it, Jennifer, Paul, would you come up here, please? They're gonna tell us about this deal.
Give him a hand.
Yes. So who?
Do they each get a mic?
Yeah, sure. All right, Jennifer, Paul, we have Jack.
Wade and Kayla.
And Kayla. Megan is not here. She's with the grandkids.
Right.
Very good. Okay. So tell us, how long have you been members?
Since October of 22.
Since
October of 22.
20. And how did you find out about Lifestyles?
The radio.
Okay. All right.
It took me like 15 years to convince my husband to do real estate investing.
What do we call him? A type B, that's right, type B.
Right. So now that you're here,
Yes.
what do you think you could have done over the past 15 years? What would you be if
I
you had
haven't
started
thought about
15
that.
years ago?
I
Right.
haven't thought about that.
Right. Okay. So Paul, what do you do?
I'm an engineer and a programmer.
Okay.
Does this make more sense now? Yeah.
And Jennifer is a stay-home mom. Awesome. So why did you join Lifestyles? You said you were thinking about it 15 years ago,
Yeah.
but really you were looking for returns.
We were looking for a better way to prepare for retirement, earn more money. Hopefully, Paul can retire soon.
Okay, very good. So we're gonna talk today about your fourplex, right? This is a little bit different than a single family in the sense that it's 4 units, and it's 2 in the top and 2 in the bottom,
Right.
right? And it is not a multifamily. It is operated as a multifamily, but it's really a single family, okay? And Chris will go over it this weekend. How did you find out about this property?
Our wonderful realtor, Justin Dees.
Justin?
Where's Justin? There he is.
Justin is another realtor in the Lifestyles Realty team. And if you are a member, I highly recommend you connect with him. And if you are going to become a member, when you do, I highly recommend you connect with him anyway. So it's a fourplex. And how did you find out about it? So was it directed to you or was it
Yes.
an email blast?
No, Justin directed it to me first, and I went and looked at it. Justin is really good about communication and information and very patient with me and all my questions. So, and I like information, so he feeds me a lot of information. And this property became available, and I went and looked at it, and the numbers, like, you couldn't resist them.
Very true. All right. So we have a before and after. Is that tape on the floor?
Yes, duct tape,
All right, duct tape. Very
black for a little color.
good. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Bathroom.
You'll see the two-tone of the house. That was lovely. So apparently the previous owner hired someone to paint, and they painted half of it and walked away from the job because he paid them up front in full.
Of course.
So we had the lovely yellow-gray two-tone for a while.
All right. Then I just have to say you did a great job.
Thank you.
You really. So do all the units look the same?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay, very
the,
good.
the layout of each one is a little bit different.
But the finishes.
The finishes, the kitchens, the bathrooms, the tile, the counters, everything is the same.
I'm going to share a quick story with you. Sorry, just so many things. All these wonderful stories just bring back memories from when we first joined. Dell said, if you do it right, real estate should be boring. Do you agree? And let me tell you, it does get boring. And the way to get some excitement going in your life is you go buy another house. Then it's boring. Because at the end of the process, this should all look the same. This is not an HGTV competition. It's just, you pick the first paint, it's gray, and that's all your houses. You have one paint scheme, and the GC knows exactly what color you use.
That's pretty much what I do on the inside, but on the outside,
You get
I
creative?
express myself.
All right.
I
sounds
like
good.
color. I like color. And you can see the bright blue on the outside is what we chose.
It's definitely
Red, white, blue.
vibrant.
It was, yes.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does she like that at home?
We have colors at home.
Scared to answer. You hesitated.
He could not tell you what colors are on the walls at our house.
All right, we want to know about the numbers, okay? And I'm going to have to say this. We talked about this deal when you first received, when they first came to you, and we went back and forth. And what did we talk about? I want you to share the conversation with everybody. Then we'll tell them how we got here.
Well, honestly, I don't remember the whole
Okay, let me
conversation.
remind you.
Remind me.
But I'll remind you. So she called me. She said, Justin sent me this deal, and then we went through it, like, what is it going to be, blah, 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 Fourplex, all these things. I was like, okay, well, how much is it? How much work? I said, here's what you're going to do, and if you follow my advice, you will come ahead. What was my advice to you?
To do cash,
I know.
which was really scary,
Yes.
but amazing because we managed to scrape together all the money to pay in cash, and literally it was probably 5 pieces of paper I had to sign versus this much paper when you finance. So I don't have a note on the property.
But what I want to say is, as the mentors, we are here to help you explore the best scenario for your situation, because we are better equipped. She would have never thought to pay cash because the rehab was going to take more than 6 months. And that was a lot of cash that she was going to have to pay to the hard money lender. And it was going to be a gun pointed to her head the whole time. I said, how about we make it easy? Pay cash now, you're free, fix the house, fix the fourplex, and do a cash out refi later, right? Yes. And every time I talk to her, what do you say to me?
Your right hand, whatever you say, if you do what Hen tells you.
You will get infinity return. All right, let's talk about the numbers. You bought all in. Okay, so let's just walk back real quick. The purchase price was
110.
10. Okay, there was a lot next to that came with the house, and what happened? She sold the lot. Okay, so we're going into details, but I want you to get excited about the weekend. If you are new here and you are on the fence, I want you to come back this weekend because it only gets exciting from here on out.
Yes.
For the people that are, whoever is here that is a member and you have a property or don't have a property yet, I want you to get excited and just reach out to us as mentors, and we'll help you get over whatever it is that is stopping you from getting these amazing returns. So the story is, sorry, I'm just
That's okay.
excited about
I know.
this deal for you.
I know, me too.
She bought the fourplex, and there was 2 houses on the lot next door. Then she calls and she says, do I demolish the house? I was like, no, that's gonna cost you money. Just sell as is with whatever you can get for it. That's money in your pocket. Just sell them and don't spend any more money than you have to. And she did, right? So you go through the rehab, and now you're doing a cash out refi. So she's taking the equity out of the deal. So all in, it's 194.
Yes.
The cash out refi here, sorry, how do I do this? So the after repair value is 300. All in is 194. She's getting $225,000. Okay, meaning that she's getting, the cash is really not, sorry, the other, you take 225, closing cost 14, they're gonna give her 210,000, knowing that she put out 194. Does that make sense? So her return on equity capture is infinity. What does that mean? Can you tell them what that means?
It's a lot of money. It's more houses.
But more than that, it's a free house.
It's a free, yeah.
It's
free
a free
house.
property.
Yep.
Does it make sense, guys?
Yep.
Who's excited? I'm excited about this. Right?
I want to say too, the rehab on this was pretty
Intense?
big. It was big. It was new roof, new foundation. The foundation was a big one. I just would say don't be afraid of a big rehab. We have 2 properties right now, and both of them have been huge rehabs, but
Okay.
they're not scary.
Sorry, be afraid of a big rehab. Call me before you get into a big rehab.
Yes. Ask in first, but
Ask me first.
I'm saying don't be intimidated by it because, like, this one was big.
It has to make sense.
Yes, the numbers have to make sense.
Yes.
But the rehab ultimately was a small amount for each unit, and that's kind of how I look at it.
Yes. Who wants to get $210,000 in their pocket? Right? Isn't that a good deal? And yes, so she's getting $1,100 just for nothing into that property. It's just like somebody is sending you a $1,100 check every month for going through the trouble, I guess.
It's no trouble.
Well, yeah, it's no trouble. Oh, I see hands. Very good.
We'll take
Wait,
questions at the end.
Okay. Oh, yes, sorry. Hold on to the question. All right. So how has life changed for you since you joined?
It's given us a lot of excitement about retirement and a legacy for our kids. Our kids are really involved in it. We homeschool too, so they're doing numbers and helping us make decisions about our properties and going to the rehabs and looking at all that and figuring stuff. Kayla is my consultant for colors and doing the finishes in the house.
And Jack.
Jack is my muscle
Oh,
Hi.
and my thinker. He gives some good thoughts on some of our properties
very
and
good.
issues. But we're just really excited about the opportunity to learn how to generate cash flow, and hopefully Paul can retire soon.
Very good. All right. Short-term goals.
We are refinancing the property, and you're going to use the money to buy more houses,
Then you want to travel?
and then we want to travel.
All right.
Lots of traveling.
Very good. Very good. All right. So Justin helped you.
Yes.
Of course, the mentors, we're all here to support you.
Yes.
You used Lifestyles Finance, and J&W is your GC.
Yep.
All right, very good. Okay, questions?
Right here. Sounds like a really, really good deal. Awesome. But besides just only getting the free house, I think based on the numbers you made, you got cash out of the property, $16,000 roughly.
Very correct. Yes.
So that's a really important point. Not just a free house, but also you got cash
And the
out of the
bonus, a
property.
free house and the bonus.
That's really exciting.
right.
Yep.
And the equity.
Yeah, don't forget the $75,000 in equity that's still in the building.
Yes.
So, yeah, we haven't even touched that yet.
Yes.
Yeah, Lifestyles kind of says keep it for a year to 3 years. I see us keeping this for a while, just because the cash flow is so good and the equity is only going to get better, I think.
Yeah, why not? Play by ear.
So you paid cash for the property. How did you finance the rehab, or was that part of the purchase?
So that was a home equity line of credit that we took out on our home,
Okay.
which that took a little arm twisting too, but
Apparently you won.
And what was the purchase
Well-
price on the property again?
I'm sorry,
What was the purchase price on the property?
110. And then I sold the
lots.
lots for 30. So
Okay,
really
and
I
so-
was in for 80.
Okay, and so what was the rehab?
Was 108. But 2 big things was the roof and the foundation. And once we had really some good numbers, and we stayed within budget except for the foundation. When they got into it, they saw there was a main beam that also needed to be replaced. So that was, it was maybe $2,000 or $3,000 more. It wasn't a whole lot,
Yeah, that's pretty minimal.
but it had to be done. So
Angela has
Right
a
next to him.
question.
Send it back, Keith.
Yeah, that's okay. Hi, I was wondering, were the apartments all empty? It was like, did you have any renters at the time, or, and then when you were done, how long did it take to fill up the 4?
So I had one tenant, and she has lived there for like 15 years, and she is invaluable. because she keeps an eye on stuff and she calls me if there's something wrong or problems or anything. So in the last freeze we had a pipe burst. She was there. She calls me. Like, she's on top of stuff. She keeps the halls clean. She keeps an eye on everybody and everything. I'm just finished the last rehab on the one that she was in. She moved into another unit. And so that will be up for lease very, very soon. And hopefully it won't take very long. It's an upstairs unit, so she just moved downstairs. So
Do you use her to show your units?
I have,
Okay, very good, very good.
but I think, like you said, it's better if you show it yourself because she is kind of a bulldog and she kind of lays the law down to the tenants. And I think she kind of scared a few people away, which, I mean, once they're in, that's great. But, you know,
You want people in?
getting people to come is probably not, she's probably not the first person I want a prospective tenant to meet. So, but she's a really, really sweet lady. But,
Why is she such a bulldog?
oh, she's like, there will be no music, no smoking. You keep your pet. You clean up after your pet. She gets onto the lawn man. You didn't edge this well enough. You need to do. You want somebody like that in all your.
Yes, you do, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, and she keeps her apartment immaculate, and she expects everybody else to too. So she's a really sweet lady, but she will handle her business.
We call that the mother hen.
Absolutely.
The mother
Okay.
hen.
So
yes,
I've got
Alan?
a question for you, just to do a little quick arithmetic here. You said you did $108,000 worth of rehab, and it's a fourplex, right?
Yes.
That's $27,000 a unit, is that right?
Yes.
That's not bad,
No.
especially with the kind of return you guys got.
And especially, I mean, they were in really, really bad shape. And, you know, that included the foundation and the roof. And pretty much, it wasn't a gut, but kitchen and bath, we redid all of those. So, yeah.
All right, Keith, you got a final question for us here?
Right there.
Why did you decide to go with the duplex versus a single family? Was this the first time you're doing this?
It was the first fourplex. We also own a single family home. It just made sense. I was open to anything from a single family up to a fourplex. And the numbers on this you couldn't go wrong on this deal. So, and it didn't take us long to figure that out.
So if the deal makes sense, it doesn't matter if it's a duplex or a house or a fourplex. If it's free, who cares, right? Okay, do we have
We're going to take one online, maybe two.
one here and one online? How many do you have online?
Not Julio. I already cut it off.
Okay,
We got one on.
All right, Julio, you're off.
Okay. Go
Yes.
ahead.
Do you live close to the property? And if not, how do you manage that?
I do not. We live about an hour and a half away from Beaumont. So go in there to check on the project and oversee stuff. You know, I would go once, sometimes twice a week, depending on what was going on. And then periodically to show the apartments as well. So,
But we discussed the strategy for that.
Yep.
And you're not going to do that again?
nope.
Okay, you're going to
listen.
listen.
I listen.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Good deal.
All right, we'll give him a hand.
Wait, we got to hear something from Paul.
Oh my gosh, Paul.
Paul, how do you
Forgot
feel
about-
these days about real estate?
Well, is this on right now?
Yeah, just hold it on your chin.
All right. I mean, from my perspective, I'm type B and risk averse. So it's kind of been a learning experience to have the patience and the faith that it'll work out. You know, it's kind of scary to be plunking this kind of money down.
Are you going to go do it again?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah? Yeah? Definitely.
There you
Not
go.
quite as scared anymore.
Yeah. He's the money and I spend it.
Love it. Love it. So 15 years waiting. What would you tell the new folks?
Don't wait.
You got 400 or 500 out there. You
Do
got a
not
good
wait.
100 here.
Do not wait 15 years.
Okay, so she's type A, right? Can we all
Obviously,
agree? So coming from a type B personnel,
Yeah, let's hear the
what
other
would
side.
you tell the other Bs in the room and online?
Well, you know, going back to the 15 years, I think that if we had done it on our own without lifestyles, it would have probably, we'd be making a lot more mistakes. So I think that maybe waiting was a good idea until we found out about lifestyles.
Okay, very good.
So that means tell your friends, right?
Exactly.
Alrighty, guys. And-
Now we can clap.
all right. Well,
Thanks,
thank
guys,
you
so much.
so much. Thank you. Thank you.